Enough with these gym creep videos, okay? Walking through the gym and he looks at somebody. He's not coming up to you, grabbing you. So what? Someone's coming to look at you. You know what? That's how a lot of people met in my day back in the gym. They'd see someone they liked, they go up and they'd say hi.
Here's the thing. I feel bad for men because how do you not look? I'm looking. It is hard to not look.
But nowadays they don't want to do it because they'll end up in a video like this.
And he knows I'm recording him too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals, and you picked the one right next to me. What was the reason?
More and more every day when I go to the gym, I keep seeing worse and worse and worse outfits.
Men didn't quit fitness. They quit the circus. Walk into most of the remaining gyms today, and you can feel it. Tripods everywhere, ring lights glowing, people rehearsing instead of training. Almost censored content being prepared for likes and views. What used to be a space for focus and strength, where people would share a smile with strangers and even end up building a connection from a good joke, turned into a lion's den, where every step, every glance, every joke risked being attacked, judged, or torn apart. Now, most men don't even bother approaching women in the gym anymore. Not out of fear, out of fatigue. They're exhausted from walking on eggshells, one sideways glance away from going viral for a crime they didn't even commit. A man looks up for half a second. He's staring. He walks past the wrong person. Suddenly, he's online, dissected by strangers who've never met him. It's not confidence men have lost. It's patience. Because these days, even respect can be misread as offense. So he keeps his eyes down, finishes his set, and he leaves. It's not confidence that's missing. It's comfort. And one day, he wakes up and decides to cancel his membership. Why would he continue to go somewhere where he might lose his reputation for no valid reason? When the people who built the gym culture stop showing up, the impact doesn't just stay emotional, it becomes financial. Memberships drop, lights go off, and owners start filing bankruptcy papers, wondering what happened.
That's an interesting warm-up. What do you call that?
It's just pole squats.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that actually part of your workout?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, not when you're dressed like that. And not here. It's not going to work.
I can't work out.
Not dressed like that. No. And not doing that. And you're recording it.
Okay. So, you're making me leave?
Yes.
By 2021, more than 20% of gyms in the US had closed permanently. By 2024, even major chains like Blank Fitness were filing bankruptcy, shutting down underperforming locations across the country. But the real problem wasn't money. It was meaning. The modern gym forgot who built it. They chased trends, influencers, and social media aesthetics, and annihilated the very men who gave the place purpose. So now you have a new generation of men saying, why should I pay $60 a month to feel uncomfortable? And they're not wrong. The answer isn't complicated. When men feel unwelcomed, they stop paying to be uncomfortable.
You're a single man in the gym and you have a gym crush. This is your sign to go talk to them because please, for the love of God, I am so sick of making eyes with men and doing the stupid little look at you, look away, make eye contact, look away, look for them in the gym.
So they moved the weights home. They turned garages into sanctuary, parks into training grounds. No noise, no judgment, no risks. Just focus. And that quiet migration, man by man, is what's collapsing an entire industry. Gyms aren't just losing customers. They're losing the very men who gave those places meaning.
This lady confronted an old man for staring at her too much in the gym. Look what happens.
So I told my husband, and he came over and worked out next to me. Even after he continued to stare. I decided to stop working out and stare back.
See, this is exactly what men are trying to avoid. He's not flirting. He's not even talking. He's just trying to train. And somehow that's a problem now. She picked a public gym, set up a camera, pressed record, and then complain that someone existed within frame. How does that make sense? Most guys today aren't even making eye contact anymore. They're looking at the ground, staring at the floor between sets. Anything to stay invisible. Because one wrong moment, one angle on someone else's phone, and your whole reputation is up for debate. It's not rejection men fear anymore. It's reputation. One wrong glance, one twisted clip, and a normal guy becomes the internet next creep. Not because he did something, but because someone decided he did. And that's the real tragedy. This paranoia doesn't just push men away from women. It pushes them out of the gym, out of the community, out of places that once built them. Now men live in silence, not because they're ashamed, but because it's safer to disappear than be misunderstood. A place that used to build confidence now drains it. A space that was about strength turned into a minefield where one false move can blow up your whole piece. So men stop showing up. They rather live in silence than risk being humiliated. And that's why gym owners are hurting. Every false accusation costs more than one membership. It costs trust. They keep talking about safe spaces, opening women's only gym every few months. And yet, most of them shut down right after the grand opening. Because the truth is, women don't really want a gym without men. They want the option to complain about them, not the reality of being without them. That's why those same women end up right back in co-ed gyms, the very places they claim they feel unsafe in, setting up tripods and recording for attention. It's not about safety. It's about spotlight.
It's so funny to me when guys are like, girls should approach guys at the gym first, or a girl should make the first move on their gym crush, or the guys in the gym in general first. But to me, in my experience, every time I get near a guy, they literally run away. Like, I could go to a machine right next to them, or like, you know how the squat racks are right next to each other? I could go on one side of the squat rack, and for some reason, I guess they're done with their set or something, but they will literally run off. And that's just my personal experience, and from what I've noticed, when I get close to someone at the gym, whether it's a guy or a girl, most of the time, if it's a girl, they're pretty receptive. Like, I think girls are getting more comfortable in the gym, especially if there's another girl around, like, you feel a little bit more comfortable. But I've noticed that when I get close to a guy, if I'm working on a machine next to him, or if I'm on the squat rack or whatever, they will literally pack up their shit and go. Or they will just like completely turn aside and not even pay attention to you. Like, they will literally do everything they can to avoid eye contact. So it's like, it's really hard to actually go through with that when it's not very receptive, you know? And it's like, I don't want to chase them down at the same time. Like, I don't want to force anything. I feel like, I don't know. Just come talk to me. It's not that hard. Put on your big boy pants.
And that right there is the contradiction. A woman ending up having to go online begging men to man up and approach. But half the gym is waiting with their phone ready in case one actually does. You can't flirt for attention and call it harassment when the wrong man responds. You can't invite conversation in one breath and crucify it in the next. Men aren't confused because they lack game. They're confused because the rules keep changing depending on who's watching. He smiles. He's a creep. He ignores you. He's arrogant. He helps you rack the bar. He's trying to flirt. They'll shame one man for a half-second glance, slow the footage down, circle his face, and call him a walking ick. Then post that same clip online in the same outfit for millions of strangers to watch. If being looked at was really the problem, the camera wouldn't still be rolling. It's not about discomfort. It's about control. They want the attention, just not from the men standing next to them. That's the contradiction that makes good men leave. So, what do men do now? They go quiet. They protect their peace. You see, approach used to be about courage. Now it's about risk management. Every man knows one misunderstood moment can follow him online for years. So, he stops trying. Not because he doesn't want women. He still does. He stops because the room itself became a weapon. The gym isn't neutral anymore. It's a public courtroom. And every glance is treated like a confession. Every step, every breath, Evidence waiting for someone to pounce. He didn't quit attraction. He quit playing a game rigged against him. And the worst part? He's not alone. He's just one of many who learned silence is safer than being misunderstood. And that's what's killing gym culture. Not laziness, not lack of discipline, fear. Fear of being shamed for showing basic human interest. And the irony? The same women complaining that no one approaches anymore are the ones posting videos proving exactly why men don't. Casting suspicion on every look, mocking every step, and policing every harmless attempt at connection. They're not driving men away by accident. They're showing them why the risk isn't worth it.
She says, caught my gym crush checking me out today.
Hey, mommy. Thank you for this. Hey, mommy.
And we know that's all they want. They want that one guy in the gym that they seeking attention from to notice them. But any other guy notice them, they're going to videotape the guy, call him a creep and all kind of mess.
And there it is. The effect in real time. Men aren't running away because they hate women. They're walking away because the environment tells them it's safer that way. He sees a camera nearby, a phone angled in his direction, a mic clipped to a sports bra, and suddenly, even breathing wrong feels risky. He's not avoiding her. He's avoiding trouble. What used to be simple human interaction now feels like walking through a minefield. One accidental glance, one misunderstood gesture, and he's a meme before he even leaves the parking lot. That's not paranoia. That's pattern recognition. Men watch what happened to other men online, and they learn the lesson. Stay out of frame. Stay out of problems. So they lift quietly. They keep headphones in. They skip small talk. Not because they lost social skills, because they've lost trust.
Girls wearing pretty much what looks like their bra and underwear to the gym. First of all, I am not against looking cute at the gym. If you want to wear makeup to the gym, you do you. If you want to put on a cute set, you do you. If you're hot and you need to wear shorts, but wear a normal top. For women, you either are wearing it because you're single, okay, whatever, you're single, you want some attention. It's just rough because if you are single and you're wearing that, the type of attention and the type of man who's going to be attracted to that isn't more than likely going to take you seriously.
And here's the ripple effect. When men stop engaging, gyms lose their heartbeat. Those small nods between sets, that sense of community, that silenced brotherhood, gone. What's left is a cold, disconnected room full of people recording themselves for strangers. It's not that men stopped training. They just stopped training there. They took their energy home, into basements and backyards where they can finally breathe again. And with every man who leaves, another membership cancels, another facility closes, another for lease sign goes up. When men stopped showing up, the numbers started bleeding. And not just attendance, revenue, retention, everything. Now that gym environment feels unpredictable, even hostile, men stop renewing memberships. They stop buying monthly shakes. They stop signing up for summer body programs that turned into subscription traps. They started building peace at home. And that peace came with dumbbells, racks, and mats and heavy silence. Because once men realize they can get better results in peace, without judgment, without false accusations, they don't go back. They invest once in equipments and never pay again. And that quiet rebellion has become a cultural revolution. Gyms are going bankrupt, not because men are quiet, but because men refuse to be props for cameras, targets for judgment, and pawns for someone else's story. Places built for strength and focus have become traps, and men are walking away. And now that the stage is empty, the same voices who mock them are asking, where did all the men go? They didn't vanish. They just stopped showing up on stages that they never chose to stand on. They walked away from an audience that never wanted them there in the first place. Gym environment stopped being about growth. It became about views, like looking for the next creep or creating one at any cost. And men, They just got tired of the noise. You can't build peace in a place that's waiting to punish you for existing. You can't focus when every glance, every breath, every movement is being judged or recorded. So, men found new spaces where effort still matters, where they can fail, push, and grow without being filmed, judged, or exploited. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. Now, that choice is changing everything. When men take their energy, their focus, their dollars, and their discipline somewhere else, the whole ecosystem feels it. It's not just about gym closing. It's about accountability. It's about what happens when a generation of men stops funding the places that make them feel small. So, to every man watching this, you're not crazy for protecting your peace, for running away from drama and false accusation. You don't have to feel bad for choosing not to be the next guest of an influencer without your consent. You're not wrong from walking away from chaos, and you're definitely not alone. If you've experienced this, or if you've left the gym for the same reason, I want to hear your story. And to everyone who's been showing love and sending super thanks, thank you. You keep these conversations alive. I'll leave you with this. Men didn't quit fitness. They just stopped showing up to places that forgot they were a part of the reasons those doors ever opened. It's been your girl Remi Rene here. I'll see you guys in my next video.